Hello, welcome. I'm Ragnvald, the Powerbook Builder, and today we're continuing on with our Lego Speed Champion series, and we are doing the Aston Martin Lego car, the updated version of the Aston Martin Lego car. So here's because I do have the older version of the Aston Martin that I got with the safety car right here. And we're going to get right into building this. So we'll put our little minifig together. Our little minifig has like a happy face and then a closed face. But it won't really matter what face is up because they'll have the little helmet on. Okay, so grab the gray piece, these tan pieces. We'll start out with that. Okay, then we need this, this, and a red plate. See, that goes, shoot. Goes on the other side, other end, but I gotta get the piece out. There we go. So that goes back together like that. There we go. And I need to put my gray piece back on there. Okay, then I need this to go here. That to go there. And then, where's those little slick pieces? Here's one. And then the other one's hiding here somewhere. There it is. Two of these on here. And then we got some little red dots to put on. And then another red plate. Oh wait, I gotta put this purple plate first. And then the red plate. And then we use green. And some gray. That. And we'll use kind of our two little like signal things. Or you could call them windshield wipers too. I mean they might be, wipers on a little Lego car. So that's what we're looking like so far. And we actually get to use a fun shape. Those little square. We haven't used a square like that on any one of the F1 cars. Now the first time we used one of these green window things was on our kick car. Okay, and then we'll take white block with the little hole in it. Put the drive shaft in. There we go. And then put this piece on with this piece. You know what? I just noticed for the first time, we're actually building the rear axle part of the car in the first stage. Instead of, a little bit later. But I think it's been like the last 3 cars have used kind of this little system for building the rear end. Because some of the other cars have used like smaller bits without the little decorative piece on the one side. But they've all, but so far they've all used this method for the rear wheels. Okay, so now we put this here, and then we put our tail mounting brackets. Alright, and then we want that on that side. Oh. Okay, that goes there. There, like that. And then we stack 2 of these greens. On this side. And then we put a yellow, which means we're going to use this gray piece instead of a black piece. I think all of them you've used, you know, a black steering post. But this one uses a gray one. All right, sticker 28. Goes on there like that. And then we need these little ramp tiles here. Because that's where we're putting the Aston Martin logo. There we go. So that finishes up that pack, but I think I might have missed some pieces. Which I know I did. If we had to put that piece on there for one. So okay, yeah, I just missed that one piece. So now we'll move on to 3 and 4. Oh, looks like we're going back to the little penguin feet. Instead of going away from that. Because the MoneyGram car that I just built went away from that penguin feet, and so did the kick car. Okay, there's that. Big green plate. There we go. Put a little Valvoline oil stickers on. Now, one thing that will be different about this car than the other car is they put a Valvoline sticker on the tail, whereas they put the Aramco on the tail. And then they put Valvoline on the little front fin. The front fin on this car will be blank, and that's actually a first for the series of cars, having a blank front fin piece, because all of them have had some sort of decal on that part. Now, I know the kick car broke from tradition by not putting a decal on the tail wing. Now, let's see what, so 15. The Sentinel 1 sticker. there we go. Oh wait, no, that goes here. Yeah. Okay. All right, now we take a fin. Two of these here. And then that goes that plugs into there. Okay, so then we take the other side. Wait. I think I gotta move these down. Yeah, there you go. So that duplicates that side. Oh. No, take it back. I got these on the smaller end has to be toward the back. So I'll just gotta flip-flop them. There we go. Okay. So then we'll take this piece, one of these little grates, and then looks like a slick piece. Problem is I'm not seeing. Oh, here it is. It was hiding. And then we want, okay, so that's going to go down. But that goes on here like that. And we do want this little gray tab there. So then we're going to build this side. Okay, there you go. Alright, so then we're building another one. And then we're putting that here. Oops. I'm going to put this one on this side. Because they want the two grills together. So I gotta put, no, I gotta put it the other way. Yeah, this on this side. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So then you take this piece. one of these, and one of these. And that goes there. Okay, so then I want this and this to go there. Alright, now I gotta figure out these fins. I always have a hard time with these things. Because you got so many different shapes. Okay, so you want one grooved edge and one non-grooved edge. So I know it's this piece. This is the front side of it. And then you want a sloped piece, which I think would be this one. Yeah, that looks right, like that. So then we want do the same thing on this side. Okay. Oh, drat. this goes on this side. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright, and then we take two of these and put them together. These go up here. Alright. Oh, I see what we're doing. We're making this upper part where it says Aramco. So that there. Yeah, like that. And then we want that like that because we want that little open spot. So then that sits like that. Yeah. Actually, it sits just a little bit forward of that piece. There we go. Yeah, because they have it just a little bit forward. So then it goes on there like that. Okay. Um, I'm just trying to look at this, make sure I'm doing that right. This doesn't seem like it's... Doesn't seem like it's right though, because there should be 2 empty studs. Unless there's some, unless there's another piece that goes on, but for now it looks like I'm doing it right. Okay, so now we're gonna build our little fin thing that we haven't seen on the last 2 cars. Okay, so then this goes here. This goes on top. Okay, so there's that side. We need to just duplicate the other side. Which isn't really that hard, you just gotta kind of build it in a reverse order. But I'm getting pretty good at reverse building. Or mirror, or mirror building, however you want to call it. Okay, so now I believe that's all we do. You just check, make sure I didn't miss anything. I got a few extra parts here. And I know you always have extra parts, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss using a part that's supposed to be there. Yeah, I did miss a part. Yep. I'm supposed to put one of these squares on here, then this piece, so it sits flush. There we go. And then we'll put those parts away. All right, now we're up to 5 and 6. Kind of happens when you got empty boxes sitting next to you. They tend to fall over a little bit easier. Okay, and then I want white studs. There we go. And then place our sticker on our tail. Okay, and then we can place our sticker on this piece because this is our going to be our nose piece. If I can find the other side. Here it is. Alright. Oh, where's those, need those little tiny pieces for the front bumper. Well, that sure is a lot easier to put on when it's actually on the car. That is a little bit difficult to put on when it's not on the car itself. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing the bracket for the other side of the bar. Unless I'm just kind of blind to it. Oh, I see green ones. Oh, they want green ones there instead of the black one. Okay. So the black one is used somewhere else. Okay. Here. This is the one I need. Okay. Alright, well that takes care of all the stickers. So now we will build the rest of the car. Do. And then this goes on top of here. That wasn't supposed to happen. All right. Okay, and then on my other side, I noticed we're kind of going back to the Mercedes thing with the little sword spoiler thing. Because that's what the Mercedes did, was had that little sword spoiler. Okay, now we're going to build up the tail, and we're going to use the block look instead of the clear look. I've almost been tempted to order some of the clear plates and then just change out this one little piece, so that way they all have the same clear look on the back. It'd be a modification, but you know, I kind of think they'd almost look cool if they all had the same rear styling with the smooth look. Okay, so that's weird. Did I just use a piece where it wasn't supposed to be used? Because I'm not seeing a second brake piece. Usually there's two of them. Because I put one in the parts bag thinking that it was an extra part. And I'm not seeing an extra tile with those little dots on them. Which is interesting, because I've had duplicates of those in all the sets. Alright, so then we need this piece, a little fin, and then that one. Okay. That's not making sense, because this is the way the tail sits. Oh, you know what? I just got these in the wrong place. That's all. There, like that. Well, I was trying to follow the direction on what it says to do, and I put this piece in the wrong place. Okay, so then you know, it actually does kind of help to put the little sticker on that piece, because then I don't get confused on which way to put it. 'Cause I've had other builds where I've been kind of confused on how to put that piece on just so that way it doesn't interfere with the wheels. Did I think I missed something here. Huh. They don't lock the tail in this time on this car. Yeah, there's no locking tab for this car. That's interesting. Because all the other ones have had some sort of, locking mechanism for the tail. But this one, the tail's just loose. It doesn't lock in. But you can see on Mercedes, well, maybe you can't, but right in that middle part, you can see there's a locking device that locks the tail on. But they give you the mount there, but not the little brackets to put under the mount, which is kind of interesting, I guess. Not exactly sure why they deviated from locking the tail on like they've done on all the other ones. Alright, well, let's make the nose of the car and then we'll be finished. Okay, so that goes there. This goes here. This tile. Yeah. And this goes, whoops. Let's see, this tile goes here. No, that's scooch over. There we go. Okay, and then we'll put this. This wheel goes on this side because the yellow mark has to be on the outside. Alright, so there's our preliminary Aston Martin F1 car. Now we just got a few more bits to put on it. Had that bit on there, but it must have came off. Okay, so I got a few too many bits. I just got to figure out where I missed some bits. And then we'll be done with the car. I know that hood emblem's extra, I know that. Ah, that's where I missed the bits. They added some bits to the tail. Yeah, they added a couple little bits to the tail that I didn't even realize. So that's actually kind of neat. I kind of like how they, you know, added those extra bits to the tail. Which other car was it? Oh, yeah, it was this one. It would have been cool if they would have added those two little bits to this one too. Instead of leaving it, you know, open. And then this one also, they could have added those extra bits. So I think all the rest of the bits are duplicates. And like I said, that was weird that they only put one. There's the second one. So I knew there was a second one floating around. I knew there was a second one. It's just some reason I couldn't find it. Every pack has had an extra one of those. So anyways, so that's our Aston Martin done. So now the only one left to do out of this 8-pack is our McLaren. And then we'll have our 8-pack done, and then we'll do our bonus 2 cars, the Red Bull and the Visa PBR. So there you go. So you got basically the old version of the McLaren and the new version of the Aston Martin. I'm sorry. And yeah, they do both have different helmets. One's got the visor helmet, and one's got the new improved helmet. But you can see the kind of the difference between the cars. So, and that would be the same thing for the McLaren. It'll have an old. I got the older version right here, and then I'll be building the newer version. So, until then, I've been Rogneval the Powerwork Builder. Thanks for watching.